All right, so we're about 2 hours into this round before Tribal Council for the final eight. So first, I just want to mention for the K-pop video challenge. I mean, I didn't think I was going to win, but I didn't think I was going to be one of the bottom ones. Like, I think I came up with good outfits. I stuck with the theme of either the hula hoop or toys based off of what was available at the house, and I feel like I was able to, like, the dance moves that I recalled were ones that were in the video from what I saw, and but I guess it wasn't enough. I had to memorize a lot more. So if it was gonna be a bigger focus on choreography than it was with lip syncing, then oh well. But anyways, so I don't exactly recall too much of what I covered in my previous video, but one thing for sure is that we currently have a final five between myself, Derby, Drew, Rocky, and Enid. So we pretty much had a plan in place to finally flush Carlos's idol out of the game, and we have not only do we have a group of five, but with Drew's sixth vote, because he is able to vote multiple times in a round if he chooses to do so, we can successfully split the vote 3-3, and regardless of how Carlos, Adam, and Odd votes, then we see if an idol is used, and if he does use the idol, then whoever the idol is not played on, then of course I still have the sheriff's badge, and I get to essentially decide who stays and who goes. And right now, like, I'm kind of hoping that based off of me and Derby's positions, Drew's position, Rocky's, and Enid's all having different types of games, but we all know that if we're against Carlos or Adam, they're a shoo-in to win this game. We have to, like, join forces to take one of them out. And either that, or this is an deliberate trap to get me out of this game. Like, keep in mind, Derby is the only one that I told about the Agua Caliente idol that I have. And from what she's telling me, no one else knows about this idol. However, that could be a fabrication, and Derby could have told other people in this game about my idol. It would be, for my game, it would be disastrous, but on her game, for her game point, if she were to turn on me, then she better have a good backing to get to the end, because, like, I think she knows she can't get to the end without me, and I can't get to the end without her. So we essentially need each other to get to the end. Anyways, it's the one fear that we had about this challenge is either Adam or Carlos winning this immunity. If that was the case, then we would have had to, now after kind of think about it, we could have utilized Odd as one of the other backup plans to split the vote, but it was a much preferred option to split it between Carlos and Adam. And if Carlos, I am 90% sure that Carlos is going to use the idol this round, but if hypothetically speaking he doesn't, and I break the tie, I get to seal Carlos's fate. And this is, I know I'm going to have to do a lot of damage control when this round is over with Adam. Or with Carlos if he uses the idol on himself, and I choose Adam to go home. Now, this is solely based off of if everything goes according to plan. And, in a game of Survivor, you never know where people's agendas are truly at. But I'm pretty much hoping that all 5 people in this new alliance, which by the way is called the Mystery Machine. It was originally the Fab Five, and then Sandy mentioned that it was such a bland name, and then they went with the Mystery Machine, which is a reference from Scooby-Doo. Like, it was far from my first choice for an alliance name, but you know what? I mean, we'll figure it out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be sticking true to this Final 5 to the end game, or if I'm going to try to utilize either Adam or Odd for backup plans. But I know I should be thinking further ahead, but right now, I just need to utilize as many options as I possibly can. And what else? I'm just truly hoping that this group of 5 will at least stick together for this round. And I definitely need to, like, here's the thing. I've been playing pretty dumb and naive this entire game. And I'm sure this is going to be the round in which I finally have to show where my cards are at and expose that I could be a part of more than I could be. Or I could probably be like, oh, I mean, on one hand, I could play this off as I was a part of majority. But at the same time, I can't push that for too long, because then people might truly see me as a floater without realizing all the major behind-the-scenes stuff that I've done in this game. So this is kind of like, on one hand, this round, if this goes according to plan, and we split the vote successfully, and Carlos or Adam goes home, that's going to be a big move on my resume, and it would get other people to take me out. So me and Derby have to find someone to make sure, like, we have to solely focus on numbers. And we have to utilize whatever options that we need to utilize to make sure that the target is always off of myself and Derby. Granted, I do have the Agua Caliente idol, but I want to, if I have to use it to save myself or Derby, I'm definitely going to have to. But at the same time, I really want to hold it onto it to at least the final 6 where I can make a major move. Or at least be like, use it on myself at the final 6 and be like, I never had to use it, but it's the last round that I could use this idol at, so, like, there's a lot of different, it seems like the end is so close, but there's so much gameplay that there is to be played, and for all we know, this could be an elaborate trap, and this alliance is actually planning on turning on me along with Carlos and Adam. Like, they would be handing them the game, but also it would be a great move for them to take me out. So we just have to, unless I might make another video if things, I lost my train of thought here. If things end up being shaken up, or something's like exposed where Carlos and Adam were fed information about this true plan happening. Oh, yeah. So I guess the last thing I forgot to mention is that when it comes to telling Adam and Carlos, I'm pretty much pushing for Drew. And I'm thinking about maybe having like a mini scuffle with Drew during that tribal council. If it's going to make it, it's risky, but if people think that the target is going to be either myself or Drew, then Carlos might feel safe enough to not use his idol. And, you know, this will be, it's definitely risky, and Drew might use that opportunity to actually take me out. But then again, this is kind of, I don't know. This is going to be difficult. Like, we can't necessarily focus on what Carlos or Adam are going to be planning. It's all about myself, Derby, Drew, Rocky, and Enid sticking together, going with this plan, and splitting the votes. And if we're able to do that successfully, then this will be a very fantastic move on my part, and then we go on from there.